Special fruit.
Don't worry, I'll get rid of it. Just have to have my drug. This is legal, by the way, so don't worry. World's first coffee in a can. Alice?
Very nice.
Isn't that nice?
Used tea coffee.
Try it, it's pretty good. Mm. No, it's Japanese, naturally.
Okay, let's stand by. Okay, Abdul. Get up to speed with the tape. Stand by band. Standing by on floor. Okay, lots of applause and woo!
Yeah. Well, you know, when I escaped from the Sahara Desert, I needed sand, and where did I go? I went to the West Coast, baby. That's right. Hell, we're out there shooting some good stuff on the surfboard. Well, we got another first here. We got the West Coast of Wales here. That's right. And while they're out there on the West Coast, banging it to the West Coast sound, their name is Cartoon. Yeah!
I gave you
so don't sweat it, okay? This will be on the Camelot playlist for next week, all right? Now take a look at this.
And we go to another part of the forest. Lovely. Very nice. Well done, guys. Excellent. Thank you, Abdul.
Did the lights come up?
The lights came up tonight. The lights came up late on that at the end.
Do they?
Can you ask Ian? Maybe we should do that again. Yeah. Yeah.
On the first link.
What are we going to on the end link, Abdul? Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what we're going to?
This is just an outro from the band, really.
Yeah.
Right. So it could go anywhere.
Could be going anywhere.
Could be going anywhere. Yeah.
Is it worth doing that? Because there's a bit of cotton hanging down off.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys decide about how we're creatively going to get over to our next link with our
thing.
with Alice. Alice, you got to run out of here at 3, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Alice has to be out of here at 3. So.
Yeah, we'll just do this one more time if we may, and then we'll do Alice. Okay. We'll do the band again.
Yeah, by all means.
Yep. Do the band again.
What time is it?
It's now 25 past.
Okay.
We'll be right. 5 minutes for this. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. We'll get the lighting changed this time, I'm sure. Oh, he's been creative. Okay, thanks, Abdul. So, opening position, stand by to go one more time. You're right, you're saying, Keith? Keep it low.
Yeah, you can leave the cable hanging on the floor, and then when you're wobbling around, you're not wobbling loop. The loop's touching the floor. Right there.
Okie dokie, stand by to go.
Very steady. Just got that
Steady
way touch
Eddie.
this up, Joe.
Where's my mark? Right here?
There-ish. Abdul's position all right? Don't look proud, do we? He's all right. Yeah, you're great. You're great. Okay, stand by. Here we go. One more time. Audience, you will love me. Standing round floor. Right, we are recording. Coming to Abdul first. You're good on the smoke, guy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good man. I'll tell you when. We're just sorting out cameras, opening shots and all that. Nonsense. And Keith's got the tab open. GTs. Okay, so we start on Abdul, then come to the keyboard, and then vocalist. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smoke in, please, Guy. Applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Woo!
Yeah, all right. It's pretty rockin' stuff, wasn't it? I mean, Mr. B's even getting down on that one. And I got the CD right here, so keep your eye open for it. It's gone to the pretty high position in our Camelot chart thing. I mean, my camels were really moving and shaking. I'm going to have to cut down their Viagra supply here pretty quick. Now, we got a really great thing in store for you, so I don't want you to go away. So don't touch that dial.
Oh, was that the link into the band?
That was the link out.
That was the link out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Of course it was.
We're going to do the band again, so we need another
Yeah.
intro
Oh.
to the band.
Into it.
Oh, you're linking into. Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. Oh, we're going into doing the intro to the band.
Yeah.
Link up. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this on the link on coming out.
Yeah, do that on the outro.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we already did that, right?
No, we'll do it one more time.
You want to do it again? Okay.
Yeah.
So, so you want this for the intro then?
No?
You can just pause it. I'll pause you at the end.
No problems.
Great. Okay. What was wrong with the one we did before?
Well,
We're just going to do it again.
I like that one. Okay.
Okay, straight away again.
I know. I was really, no. What did I talk about, actually? Okay. Let me put it back together here. Okay. It doesn't matter. I know.
Okay.
We've done this before.
Still recording. Here we go. Intro into band coming from Abdul. All right. Applause.
Hey, all right. Now let me tell you something. Now, after I got away from the, the Sahara Desert, man, when I was kidnapped down there and got my way back to California, the West Coast, we got a lot of West Coast sound out there. And while I was surfing, I heard about another West Coast. It's called the West Coast of Wales. And I said, really? Do they play out there? My friend said, amigo, listen, amigo, do they play? Man, they really rock. I said, well, who's rocking out there now? And they said, got a band called Cartoon. Well, I said, phone them up, get them in. So here they are, Cartoon. Yeah! Oh, wrong show. Anyway, yeah, Cartoon, pretty hot. Now, I wouldn't promise them here at the Camelot because, believe me, our camels swing and shake. In fact, I've had to lower their Viagra level here, you know, because, honestly, and we've already had them on Prozac. So Viagra and Prozac, well, you become too sane to want to do, oh, forget any of that. Okay, listen, we've got a really World Cup exclusive. Wait a minute, we don't play World Cup in America, do we? Okay, well, anyway, we've got World Cup fever here in the UK. And since this show has a bit of an international feel to it, I mean, we're going to be looking into all aspects and avenues of life here in the UK and America. And I've lined up a very special, wonderful guest. I call her Al Baby, because she is my Al Baby. Al Baby.
Is this my...
Give it to Al Baby. Come here, Al Baby. Yeah, come on in. come here, baby.
Can I ever go on that thing that squirts steam? Because that looked like a lot of
Do you
fun.
want, what, as long as you don't put it in your mouth. Well, anyway, I could offer up, but we've got to do the thing here anyway. But so, yeah?
Oh, we're just going to check that. That was bloody marvellous, that. It's a fresh
This
one.
is a new outro.
So we'll go
From the band.
Get that outro.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it
Take
because
straight
I'm
out
going to
the
have
back.
some of
Take
that.
your
Yeah,
eye line over there if you would.
yeah.
Okay. As though we've finished the band out
Yeah.
Just queuing up the toes. Okay, stand by Abdul, stand by Alice. Stand by audience.
Left weight on
You
the
right,
table.
Keith? 1 second, please, Ian.
Razor blade.
I never know what
Is that for me?
secret, maybe.
That's for me, right?
I know. Right. Let's go and jump, is it? Never mind. Right. Okay, Ian, yeah. Here we go. Applause, applause, applause. Woo!
Way to go. Way to go, amigo. You guys can make Mexican food for me anytime, okay? You know, honestly. You get to join me on my surfboard in Malibu. Hey, well, look, we're gonna get a few camel caravans together. We're gonna pack a load of these out to Malibu, okay? So.
Sorry, Abdul. Yeah, talking Dixie, man. This is the one.
But I'm talking to the band.
Well, yeah, but just do a look to the band
Okay,
and then
all
turn
right,
into this
sure.
camera as though you're talking to the punters at home.
All right.
All righty? Okay, same thing again. Applause, applause, applause. Woo!
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Oh, sorry, wrong show. You guys can come out and join me for Mexican food anytime in Malibu, okay? Now, weren't they hot? Whoa, they were all right. We're going to get a camel train out to Malibu and get a whole load of these CDs out there. That was cartoon. I think they're pretty great, okay? Great. Now, I've got a special guest lined up here, and I am really excited about having her here at our Camelot. And, hey, isn't this Camelot pretty cozy? Pretty cool? Yeah?
Very cool.
That's cool, right. Well, we've had to reduce our camel's supply of Viagra, but don't let that worry you, okay? Honestly, the people ride the camels around here, not the other way around. Okay, great. I want to introduce a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. Alice, baby, will you please come on down? You're the next contestant on Abdul's.
The brightest star in the firmament.
Whoa,
I'm absolutely overwhelmed to be here in your
right.
Bedouin palace. It's truly
What do you think?
amazing.
Yeah?
Very
You liked it?
mysterious. A mystical atmosphere.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
Thank
But what
you.
am I doing here?
Well, the story is, Al, is this, and if you tell our viewers out there,
Abdul. Sorry to stop you. We got the gremlins in.
that's all right. You're going to do that again?
We've got a problem on your mic.
On my mic.
On your mic, on my mic.
Oh, my God.
Oh dear. Bummer. Otherwise it's been fine.
I think I came in too early, to be honest.
It's all right. We're going to do a few takes anyway.
Not very difficult.
How's that?
But I
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
I didn't notice that, actually. It didn't look like that.
1, 2. No, that was great. That was great. It's got that wild, crazy, loose feel anyway, you know. Like, this is my
call that
home,
that.
you know.
Go on
This is my, I do everything in here, you know, you name it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
I think I want
you
to.
name it. It's like, should have left it in my back pocket.
No,
huh?
there isn't.
It's all this talk.
And we're stable. Here we go. And band have just finished. Woo!
Rockin', amigos, rockin'. Wrong show. Sorry about that. Hey, weren't they good, man? We're going to get a big camel train here from the Camelot. We're going to backpack a few of these babies out to Malibu because, believe me, they can join us for Mexican food out there the West Coast anytime. West Coast to Wales to West Coast. America, yeah, do it. Now, I've got a very, very, very exclusive thing on the line here for you, and I am so pleased as Camel Punch, well, let's not talk about that, to invite one of my most favorite people who comes from a very special place, which I'm going to explain to you. But first, I'd like to introduce her. We've given her a chance to do a big intro here. Please welcome Al Baby.
This must be my cue.
Come here, baby.
Oh, do me a favour.
Woo, come here, baby. All right, come here.
I'm getting culture shock.
Do you want to?
What is this?
Do you want to saddle?
Bedouin
You want to
palace?
saddle up?
No, I ride bareback.
Saddle up.
Thank you very
ride
much.
bareback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Good. Good. Yeah, so
So-
the humps don't bother you too much then.
No, let's say no.
Yeah.
Humps on a camel, you mean?
You took one of our camels for a test drive, actually, didn't you, before you came on?
I have.
What do you think?
The guy is joking, of course, but I have been on a camel once before. But
Yeah.
it had one of those special sort of, you know, foolproof saddles on that you sit in, and it's like, you know, driving a car. There's no problem. You're not going to fall off.
Well, you know something, I was thinking, our show has a bit of an international feel, as you know. And,
yeah, I mean, it's mystical. It's got an Eastern feel. I must say, the lanterns and these sort of silver balls.
You like my little house here. This is why I live here.
You got a problem with your hooker, though, because it's...
my hooker?
It's not working over
My
there.
hooker?
Yeah, it's empty.
Oh, sorry, yeah, right, okay, well...
Your hooker pipe.
Yeah, you haven't heard about it down there, have you? It's like, no, I heard you come from a very special place. You come from the land of Al. Isn't that true? Isn't that where you come from, where everybody is named Al? And I wanted to deem you Princess Al because I thought, but I was wondering, you know, the land of Al, I mean, I was going to say that's where you come from. And I was wondering, how is it that people there can speak such beautiful English? Because your English is the best English I have ever heard. It is unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to break your heart. There is no such place as the land of Al. This voice is merely the product of being told at the age of 5 when I was developing a Cockney accent, you're going to go to elocution lessons.
Yeah.
And so I thought, no, I don't want to go to elocution lessons. What is this? How now, brown cow? And I anticipated it was going to be really strict and really boring and just, you know, like an overdose on school. But what it turned out to be was drama. And so we were doing poems and we were doing plays, and it was wonderful. We were on stage. And so I learned to speak properly. Although when I get excited, I tend to lapse back into my Cockney accent.
Are you excited now?
Yeah, but I mean, I am I don't know, am I allowed to say this? I'm an announcer on a certain television station in Britain. So we have to speak properly. Having said that, the trend now is for accents. So if you do speak properly, you're less likely to get work.
The thing is,
and if you've got, say, an Irish or a Scottish accent, it's crazy, but that is the fashion now.
Yeah, well, I mention this because, like, you know, for our American viewers, you know, it's like sometimes they have a real hard time understanding, you know, English accents, you know, so I knew that with you there would be no ambiguity whatsoever. Yeah, they were going to, and this is a thing, another reason I wanted to ask you, Al, to come on, because, like, you know, I thought we'd talk about, you know, you could be our sort of UK emissary, you know, sort of like talking about some of the things that have been going on here, because I brought in a few little surprises.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's great. Thank you very much. I thought that, well, we've got a lot of firsts on this show, okay. And so what I brought in is I want to simply, you know, for our international audience to kind of like break them into some of the more ambiguous things here in the UK. And so I thought we could have the grand opening of one of these men's magazines here on the show.
Oh no, well, this is the 101st to hit the shelves.
This is it.
So hot.
So could you please,
could
could you put this in your teeth? And could you just pull that off with your teeth?
I don't know if I'm going to indulge you with the teeth.
Yeah,
what's wrong with hands?
No, pull it with your teeth because we've got to crack it. This is the christening, yeah. Oh, God, I love it when she does that.
That was quite easy.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So, well, wait, before we tear that, wait a minute. Because it's so hot, we had to seal it.
Yeah.
And with your tongue, you unsealed it. I love that.
Well, let me guess. Let me guess. The first thing I'm going to see when we unwrap this is a naked babe, because this is what's on all the male magazines nowadays. How did I know?
It's really strange, isn't it? Don't you feel
This is the laddish culture that we're living in here in Britain.
Don't you feel sorry for poor Hugh, old Heffy? I mean, he must be going bankrupt now or something, because, I mean,
well,
like, he kind of missed the boat, didn't he?
It's an interesting thing, but I suppose that for many years, men who didn't want to actually, you know, look at light porno magazines, they didn't actually want something from the top shelf. What they wanted was still to look at sort of glamorous women or women with, you know, scantily dressed women, but without having to actually declare that that's what they were doing. So what all these magazines are about, it's a sort of a way for men to still, you know, see a bit of flesh, but supposedly read articles as well.
What about
and I'm sure
women's
some
magazines? I mean, you know, why can't the women come back and fight back with some really kicking butt magazines?
They are,
aren't they? I know, I've seen a few. Like there's one called Frank. I mean, that's a pretty good title, isn't it?
I haven't seen Frank. I've seen.
You haven't seen Frank?
That is the one I haven't seen.
You've been missing out, man. He's advertised everywhere.
I'll go and get it afterwards.
No, we won't talk about
that.
No,
there is a magazine called Red that launched recently.
Red?
I mean,
colour preference.
Well, it's about these magazines, which don't particularly appeal to me, are about women showing that they are bold too, that they are sexy too. That they also want to look at the opposite sex.
I mean, let's face it, Al. Men are a pretty pathetic lot, aren't they? I mean, we are.
No, not at all.
I mean, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. I mean, I don't care who's nodding. I mean, I'm guilty. I mean,
the men are nodding, the women aren't. Why is that? Why do you think that?
I don't know. We could take a survey, couldn't we? I mean, it's pretty amazing. That's why I wanted to talk about that. And I just like this, but this is what the survey's all about. I mean, now you got 100 women here, and they're all. You're right. I mean, like when I was inviting some girls on to the show, actually, I said, "Show up in your underwear," and they said, "No, we can't do that." And I said, "But that's the whole rage. It's like on TV, films, which is everybody's naked, aren't they? It's like practically half naked."
Showing your belly button is pretty much compulsory these days.
It's compulsory to show the belly button now. Yeah, but do you think this is a good idea? This sort of, it's like chart women now, isn't it? Sort of like.
So which one is this? This is
the 100 sexiest women in the world, 1998. And I got to say, the #1 to me is not the sexiest woman in the world. I don't know why she made #1. So this is probably the whole thing, is that you can play with this and really get some people steaming about who's number. But I got to say that there must be some really incredibly fallen egos, you know, too, because like to be like last year I was number 78 and now I'm like number 89. It's like, whoa.
Mr. Fez, I don't think people are going to be taking this that seriously.
Really?
At least I hope not, because if they are, I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of thing is...
Well, like Pamela Anderson, for instance, I mean, you know, last year she was 22. She's fallen down to 39.
That's right. Well, a lot of, once you're in the public eye, of course, your age always drops rather than goes up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always had sexy women. We've had Marilyn Monroe, you know, we had Brigitte Bardot. We're always going to have sexy women. But personally, there is a sort of a real pressure on women, I think, now more than ever, to look really good. It's almost gone full circle. We're back to the sort of blonde bombshell babes, and I don't like that.
Do you think I should start doing the show naked?
I think we'll have to take a straw poll on that one.
Like, yeah, but I never take the fez off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What's underneath? You're bald?
Well, you're bald. You're getting warm, actually.
Fine. So what would hot be?
Well, actually, it depends on where I put the fez as to where you find the bald spot. It's kind of something. Keep it on your head. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought we'd have that.
No, that's very interesting. Yes.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Excuse me.
I think, yeah, and some of the titles too, like "You Complete Me, Darling," how women spot a tosser. It still hasn't changed too much.
Oh, they're light-hearted nonsense. You know, if you read Cosmopolitan, every article
it's like Cosmo, isn't it?
Is about sex. It's, you know, how to keep my man, how to entertain my man in bed, how to, you know, not entertain my man in bed. That's the irony. It's supposed to be about creating liberated women, but it actually always comes back to the fella and the bedroom.
Yeah. That's, you know, something really weird happened.
It's great for you.
Well, it is great for us, isn't it? You know, it's like I can cut my Viagra supply in half that way.
I'm sorry to hear you're taking it.
Well, no, I'm selling it, actually, but that's another story, yeah.
Well, there are some, I don't know, are we allowed to
smoothing.
say this, but there are question marks about Viagra. Of course, it's not available in this country.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I think there have been some fatalities involved with it. Am I allowed to say that?
Do you want to warn the viewers of what the problem is?
This is my belief, but I think I've heard that it can have some very adverse side effects. But you know,
is that like what? Is that like somebody's pulmonary, you know, sort of vein just sort of exploding during or before or after?
I don't know. All I know that is, you know, men are desperate for obvious reasons to get hold of it.
Yeah. Okay. Groovy. Well, look, we're going to come back to you, Alice.
Okay.
Right after this. I called you Alice. What are we going into on that anyway? What's that? Yeah?
I mean, I don't know, but I didn't know
what
you were going to do with me.
Well, we got to go to commercial anyway. Well, I could have jazzed it up at the end there a little bit. No, that was nice. It was really nice.
You want to just stay sitting here, yeah, I guess?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We're going to... I got some more.
Do you want me to be the sort of Miss Blue Socking here, or not?
Oh, yeah. No, I want you to be yourself.
Well, I genuinely believe those
Well, you
views,
are being you. We said to us, we're going to do this kind of stuff together. I mean, we have choices, right? We could be clawing each other's eyes out. If you want to do that, we can. No. Or we could be loving each other, loving and tenderly.
I'll just respond to you.
Why don't we give the viewers what they really want?
Reactions.
Some thought-provoking... Anyway, I came out of there kind of quick.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
You know.
You want to do it again?
No, not necessarily, no.
That's good.
But if we do any more of this, then bring Mo in as well.
No, I'm going to. This is finished. I mean,
that's your name.
But I've got a couple of other items. So I got one other item I want to look at, and I'm going to bring Mo in on this one too. So do you want to do that?
Should we go for another? Not exactly another take of it.
Well, Mo, you're going to be perfect for this bit that I'm doing.
Sorry, just Chris really wants to.
We're in the series. It'll be a lot more cooler, so we ought to rehearse and research some stuff.
Confidence, fantastic.
Yeah,
that's what you look like.
Oh, I know we're going to do it. I know.
First, then
I got a feeling in America first.
Rock and rolling. Stand by. Right, Abdul. Here we go. Applause.
Welcome back to the action, the mayhem, and the hardcore camel racing. Oh, by the way, we just heard there was an accident on Regent Street with one of our camels, so we don't like wasting. We're going to have some camel burgers in later. You folks in for some camel burgers?
No,
it's okay?
Have you noticed how all these things have become all the rage? I mean, you can get, what is it, water buffalo, you can get, as you say, camel steaks, ostrich, all the best pubs serve ostrich now.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this sudden taste for, you know...
Guilt.
Exotic creatures. Guilt. Why guilt?
Guilt. Well, people just are feeling guilty about the normal staples of meat that they've been saying. So they think to atone.
Give the cow a break.
Yeah, to atone.
Exactly.
If I slaughter an ostrich,
Rest syndrome.
no big deal. No big deal. You know, a funny thing happened to me over here.
Those feathers you've got to remove though from an ostrich.
Well, that's true. Yeah, camel pelts sell too, which is really nice. You know, but hey, do you know something? A funny thing happened to me when I was over here, and I know you love London life. A funny thing happened to me on the way to the Forum.
To the Forum?
Remember that movie? Okay, well, you know, like you say, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the Forum. Well, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the Camelot.
Right.
But it was really, and you know, as you know, I mean, I herded all my camels up here to try to alleviate the transport problems.
Do you still
in
deal
London.
in camels? Do you still actually barter in camels?
I honestly do. Well, the thing is, in Morocco and in that part of Sahara Desert, basically, you have a remit. If you are a camel dealer, you may also be. It entitles you to be a chat show host.
Oh, really?
Automatically, yeah.
So that is the highest echelon.
It is. Well, yeah, sure. Well, you know how we were talking about people have mixed careers, like you have, you know, flower sellers that sell, you know, motorcycles and all that kind of stuff. And
oh yes. This was very interesting. Some people, for whatever reason, have decided to. It's like having a dual life almost, but having very disparate shops and stores. Like you could get a funeral parlour. Selling groceries at the other end.
I know, that's fantastic
These places do exist.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I had the only other alternative I could have gone into, Al, was this